Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Benjamin here, and today I'm going to talk about a few things that I dislike about my 2018 MacBook Air. Now, I already made a video of the things I love about this machine, and overall, I love it as a whole. But not all tech is perfect, and I think there's a few things that Apple could improve on. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. So the first thing here is the port situation. Now, I'm not talking about removing MagSafe for the USBs. I've learned to adopt to USB-C. A cheap USB-C hub off of Amazon takes care of all your problems. The thing I'm talking about is I think Apple could have added another USB-C port to the right side where that headphone jack is. Either put it next to the headphone jack or remove the headphone jack altogether and just put that other USB-C port in there. I think that would have been better, and I mean, it looks like they have room over there on the right side for it, so I'm not sure why they didn't include it. Now, the next thing I don't like is a little SleepWake issue I'm having. So it's kind of hard to replicate this issue, but sometimes when I open up my computer, I'll get a black screen, or I'll get a lock screen that requires my Touch ID or password, or sometimes it will just take me straight to my desktop, and I don't know why it's doing this. It's a huge security risk, because you don't have to enter your password. I thought it was a setting. When you actually go to security and privacy, you can see there's a require password setting, but that just says 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll come back after a few hours and it'll take me straight to my desktop. So I don't know what the issue with that is, but if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments below. You probably guessed that this would be on the list somewhere, but the third thing here is the pricing and options. So first off, $200 for 16 gigs of RAM is actual robbery. You can get that so much cheaper and do it yourself, but of course Apple doesn't allow you to open up these and work on them anymore, so you gotta get it if you want it. And then also the storage options, I do not know why computers are still coming with 128 gigs standard, so you have to bump up to at least 256 gigs, or if you're like me and you need a lot of storage, I had to bump up to 512. 16 gigs of RAM to me is necessary to keep this thing running smooth, and you need at least 256 gigs, so you're going to be spending $15.99. I just wish the prices were a little lower, but you're paying that Apple premium, so that's why it's so high. Now, the fourth thing is probably something that nobody cares about except me, but I don't like these new Apple logos. Now, I know they've been around for a few years now. I mean, they're on literally all Apple products, but I don't like it for two reasons. Number one, I miss the old lighted up Apple logos like my Pro had, and number two, this thing is a fingerprint and smudge magnet. Now, believe it or not, I actually have not touched this one accidentally, so it is completely clean, but I'm sure it's going to happen someday. I just wish that it was some sort of different finish or material so it just didn't get fingerprints. I mean, my iPad mini looks terrible on the back because of this Apple logo, but don't get me wrong, it looks fantastic, especially on the space gray model. Now, another thing I dislike about the Air, the webcam. I mean, this is terrible quality. I don't know why Apple is still putting a bad webcam like this in a computer. I mean, honestly though, I haven't used a webcam in who knows when, but I feel like when you're paying this much for a computer, you could have a nice webcam put in it. And so those are the things that I dislike about the MacBook Air. Now, it is pretty difficult to find these things since I love this computer so much. I have no regrets in buying it whatsoever. But if you want to check out the things that I love about this computer, be sure to click on the card or the link in the description below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on the video, and drop a thumbs up. Anyways, guys, I will see you all in the next one.